Hello guys, Wahoo here, back in another video. This time around, as the title says, Crystal 5 gear is coming, hell yeah! If you haven't seen the patch notes video, or this is the first video, yes, it's coming. I would suggest you maybe see the patch note video or go into the description and read the patch notes itself. But in this video, we are just basically going to cover everything there is with the patch notes. Not step by step, but like just more of an in-game thing where it just makes maybe for some people a little bit more sense to just see it live instead of just reading the patch notes or just have my voice going through their head for 30 minutes just rambling on, which I'm already doing. So that's already off to a good start, but there's not much. This is not going to be a huge video, so if you want a little bit more condensed, this is going to be the video for you. But if you want to watch the other one, it is in the description, it's in the card, and also the patch notes is down there. Without more rambling, let's jump into the PTS server. As you can see, this is the hub, good old hub, which there is really no more room for anything, but they got to squeeze in Gary right over here. And I do want to start out, rest in peace, Forge, because Forge is gone. We're not using the Forge anymore. We are upgrading our gear in a different way, but I think it's kind of funny, kind of a little bit of slap in the face that they put the Forge right here because they're not using it anymore. But again, if you want to craft one of these, craft it right now. You can do that in game and put it down because maybe they're going to remove it when this comes out. But right now it's in a slap in the face, and it's even like watching Gary from here. It's kind of like sad and stuff because Gary is right here. There's also a bunch of other ones that you use for your gear, but here we got Gary and he is right here. So I did buy the block elements just to see what it did. You can buy 5 of these a day. I think the same as you do with the mystic thingy, alchemy thingy over there. So I think this is a daily one. It does say it resets tomorrow, but some things are bound to change because it is the PTS server. We can't buy the forge, the crafting bench that we do need. All right, I have to pause Editor Wahoo right here because I actually say that the vaults are a place you can go, which it is not. It's not a place you can go. I'm going to use this intro on both of them, but I'm also probably going to say the same thing on the PTS server gameplay video. But the point is that the vaults are not a place. It's just an item or a box that drops that you didn't have to open. It's not something you have to go anywhere. It's just a box that drops from regular dungeons. When you're out doing regular dungeons, they'll drop randomly and you open them, and then the keys, you can see here, there's some of them right here. That's why I'm right here. There's not really, I don't have any footage of what they look like, but it's right here as you can see. You can also get it from doing all this. I'll explain that in the gameplay video, but the point is this is what they look like, and the keys is basically just so you are guaranteed to get a rare drop, but you can get it from here. So the crafters gear crafters vault is not a place. It's not a place. It's just boxes that drop from dungeons. I'm very sorry about that. I just realized that under the PTS gameplay. I'll talk about it in that one as well, but I just paused the video here and also pause the other video so you guys know that I'm totally wrong about that. Don't worry about it. I realized it later on, not in this video, but on the PTS server. So make sure you guys, of course, check all of it out. But I just wanted to mention it right here. It's not a place. It's just boxes you open and then you get the stuff. And there's a chance of everything and so on and so on. So just keep that in mind when I say it's a place you have to go and I talk about delve and stuff like that. It's just a box. It's just a box. It's just a box. What's in the box? Crafter's gear. Anyways, back to past Wahoo. And then there's also some vaults. I think these vaults just here for the PTS server. So I'm not guaranteed that these are going to be here because it is for in-game currency. Of course, this is obtainable. This is 10,000 of these, which is kind of a lot, I would say, to have some of these. These vaults can drop from dungeons. So when you do regular dungeons, just out there farming, doing dungeons, they have a chance of dropping these vaults right here. And I'm not sure if they are tradable or not. We can, of course, hopefully buy them. No, we can't at the moment. Can we buy these ones? Something might have accessed my inventory. Not that I see them anywhere. No, I don't think it's working right now. So I'm probably gonna try to take a little break and see if I can buy them and just kind of look through everything, but it didn't seem like I could buy it. I've assumed they'd just be up there. They're not here down here, so I cannot access. So I think it doesn't work right now. PTS server buying things do not always work because they don't really care that you can't buy it here. That's not really the point. They'll fix that when it goes live, and like this will be a lot of maintenance to the server if they had to have this work and also the regular. So it's just better that the real shop works and not this one here. But that doesn't matter. That's not really the point. Again, I'm not sure if we can buy these. You know, it doesn't seem like it doesn't really want me to buy it. Maybe if I open the inventory again. Am I just buying a bunch of them? I don't know. I could go over here to this. Oh, I am buying them. Okay, so these are working. I just don't know why these might not be working, but we'll see. This one says, yeah, it says failed to purchase. And if I do it again, yeah, it's failed to purchase. So that is definitely not working, but the faces things are working. I am losing flux down here. I actually didn't know this was a thing where you could see all your stuff. That's actually something I didn't know. But we can buy a bunch of these as well when we buy. These are molds that we can buy, and I'm pretty sure you can keep buying these molds. I can't remember how you obtain them otherwise, but they're pretty simple to get. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But I'm pretty sure you can keep buying these molds because it's not really the big hurdle here. So I think you can just keep buying these ones as well. And then the block elements is just from loot collecting items. So a bunch of items is going to give it. I'm not sure if the tier has any, you know, indication on it. I'll show you guys that in the video as well. I'll go find some items and then we'll see how much block element we get from them. So you can kind of stack up on items if you have the room for it. But that's kind of Gary. That's what it looks like. And again, I'm not sure with the vaults, but these vaults is just going to be filled with items. So this is not a mandatory thing. It's just more if you want to go like really go crazy on the crafting, then you can hop into one of these vaults and you can go there. And again, you can get them from just doing dungeons. So you don't have to buy them with real money, or you don't have to buy them with these. And I'm not sure if they're tradable or not. We'll see that in the future, but I assume they will be. If not, they're not going to probably be super rare, but they're not going to be in every single dungeon. It's not going to be overflown with these, but in every I would say 20 dungeons or so. But don't put my head on the block for that one. But yeah, we can buy these because we need these ones as well. And again, the forge, this gear forge, you can put this in your cornerstone or in your club world. So, man, again, we're going to see that in action right now. So this is Gary. Good to see you, Gary, or your real name, actually. But anyways, here is the crafting that we need. So first, we have the different tiers, and although going all the way to crystal. So this one is going to be pretty simple. As you can see, the molds here. You can get them from equipment, but it has to be from 3 stars or more. So you are probably gonna swim in these because it's every single item. I think it's every single item that just has 3 stars or more. You might even be able to upgrade some items to go to crystal 4 or more. We'll see if we can do that. Again, we are gonna find some items, so I'll show you guys in this video if we can do that. But the point is, if you can just go ahead and buy them from these, I know that maybe these ones are a little bit more pricey per craft, but technically you just need 50 of these. So again, I guess that might be like not I don't know exactly numbers. I shouldn't just try to say numbers, but the point is, you're just gonna buy the novice phase or craft the novice phase. That's gonna give you 1 skill. It's gonna cost you some of this block element, and of course one of the molds, and then it's gonna cost you the purple ore and the blue ore, and that's it per craft. So if I just go ahead and craft this one, I am level 1, and I also made myself an item. So you can see here is an item. It is 1 star. It's always guaranteed to be 1 star. If I go ahead and actually find somewhere, which I can do right here, this one, as you can see, it's going to give me some of that back and some flux. If we go ahead and forge that, we can forge we can still give it stars in the forge. Okay, I don't understand that, but okay, now it's 3. You can just let's go all the way. Let's go all the way up and see here. It's not going to give us that, so it does have to be a crystal. Sorry, not a crystal, of course. It's just going to be a 3-star that drops. So I don't think you can just craft yourself to it. But again, if you can buy it from this guy, and you know all the gear you have, just like you're gonna have swim in these at some point. You're just gonna swim in them. So don't worry too much about the molds. It's more the other stuff as well. It is gonna cost you 100 flux per craft, but you are gonna have a bunch of these. Don't worry about it. And the same thing goes for all these. Might have different prices, but it's always the same type of material that you are going to use for this tier. Then we go to the next tier when we hit 50, and then again we need the molds for face. Or whatever you're gonna craft, and then you're gonna need a little bit more. You can see the price for the block element goes a little bit up. Now we need the blue ore and the yellow ore, infinium, and then we also need some eyes now. So now you know the price is going up, down. Also 500 flux per craft. you know, to going through this. Not extreme for some people, you know, we're not really there extremely yet. Then we are going to go to the next tier, which is going to be the shadow stuff, which is going to be shadow, and then we're going to use the mold and some block elements as we talked. Now we just need infinium, and then we still need eyes, but you can see the eyes craft went up a little bit. Also the same with the ore, so we're going up to the next tier again, 1500 per craft. And then it's the same for all the other ones as well. Like the cost itself will be different. Again, I will make a crafting video, which is going to be the easiest to go through all of this. So we'll see that when that comes out, because when it comes to live, then I know if this is something you can just go ahead and buy if you want to go through it as fast as possible. Some people just want to do that and they want to just skip ahead for all of these, because all this is going to give you mastery. All these different tiers is going to give you mastery when you get to the next one. Then we got the Bright Forge, with this is the Radiant. Now, again, we got the face, we got the block, we got the now Cinnabar, and now we got the Radiant Souls. I need those old Radiant Souls, so save, you know, you can actually already loot collect them, but if you want the block elements with that as well, you should hold on to them. But Radiant Souls you can get now, or buy them now and get a bunch of them as well. You only need one, so that's pretty cool. But now we're on 3000 flux per craft to get to the next tier, and again, it's different. Just the cost is different from each of them, but it's the same things as well. And then we go into the stellar ones, and this is the stellar gear that we are going to get. We get the mold, we get the block. Again, we're on 300 now of these blocks, and then we got the Cinnabar, which is kind of weird. I feel like it's kind of weird that we got Cinnabar in here. We had Cinnabar here. No, we did have Cinnabar. Oh, we actually had Cinnabar here. Sorry, never mind. We did have Cinnabar, so that actually makes sense that we piled on. But it doesn't, you know, it just makes more sense to get the newest ore that we are gonna get. And if you are sitting on a bunch of minor troves, and minor troves are basically small boxes you get when you mine. You have a chance of getting these, and some they contain more ore. And in the new update, we are gonna get every single ore that's available, both Viridium and also Nitro, and also Ember, and also this one as well. So all the ores are gonna be in there. They're not right now, so hold on to your minor troves until the update hits, or get a bunch of them and then open them all, and then get maybe lucky in getting a bunch of these. And then again, it's going to be the Forge Stellar Soul that you are going to use, so make sure you also stack on that. Now we have 6,000 per craft, and then we do get into the last tier. So now we're done with every mastery we can get out of this, but now we get into the tier where we can start crafting Crystal 1 gear. And it's not going to be super expensive. We are going to use the Pure Forge mold, which we can't buy, 100 block fragments, and Forge fragments and Nitro. So these are not the what's going to hold you back. It's basically going to be the block elements, and it's maybe going to be the flux, but it's also going to be the Pure Forge mold face as well. And how are you going to get these? Well, you are going to get these by loot collecting equipment. It says here equipment with 3 or more stars, but if you go into the patch notes and you kind of read what it says Pure Forge molds used to craft crystal equipment are available in a limited amount from Gary on the PTS server, so it's not going to be there, or it can be found rarely from the gear crafting vaults. So you have to go to the vaults to get these molds here. And again, it's not going to be super crazy or anything like that, but you do have to get these from there, or it's just going to drop. I hope it's just going to drop from, like it says here, from crystal or something from gear that is 3 stars or higher. But I hope it's going to be more precise. That it would be nice if it just dropped from crystal gear that was 3 stars or higher, but usually crystal gear don't drop with that. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work, but I know it's gonna be in the vaults, so that's where we have to go if you do want to get these. But you really don't have to do this if you do have the gear. If you have the gear, you don't have to do that really anymore. You just have to go through all of this. But if you do want to, how are you going to craft like Crystal 2 and Crystal 3 and Crystal 4 and Crystal 5? Yeah, then you have to go through the skill tree. And I'm a little sad, and I hope that they change this to the live server, because this is just our regular tree, but this is the crafting tree, and it might make like no sense to you, but let's just go through it, and it's gonna make a lot more sense to you. So you start here. This is where you unlock, everybody unlocks, and then you go to the next tier. That's gonna be Master Crafter 1. It's gonna be, you have to have requires gear crafting 250. That's over here. You do have to get all the way through this one before you can go through this one. So you do have to do this one, and then it's gonna cost you 5,000. Maybe you can't see from my face, but it's gonna cost you 5,000 of this block element, and this is what we're gonna get a bunch of, so that's not really gonna hold you back. And then you can start crafting crystal 2, and they will unlock over here down here that you can craft it. We don't want to know what the craft is yet, but we'll see that when we get through it. And then of course this one is going to give you 2 more chance to get some vaults, and this is going to give you extra chance to take the luck and stuff like that, and this is also going to cost you different kind of tiers. So you go through that at some point, right? So when you can crystal 2, you want to get crystal 2 or 3, and you get it from here, and then it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually a note right here, and that's also going to give you some more chances and stuff, like extra luck and stuff like that. And then Master Crafter 3, 50,000 of the block element. You also gonna get, you know, some of these vaults and the keys as well and such. So you are gonna get the vaults. Oh, the keys. Oh, these keys. Now I know what these keys are. Sorry, my bad. The keys here is gonna just guarantee you get a rare result when you open the Crafter's Gears vault. Okay, so the vaults are not. Okay, these are just boxes or what? I see. Okay, so these are just boxes. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. So it's all boxes. There are no vaults. My God. Okay, why can't they just call them boxes? Why do they have to be vaults? Vaults can be 2 things. It can be a freaking thing, and it can be another thing. Oh my God. Anyways, I said something completely different. I'll edit that in the other video. Okay, so when you open these, you do get the Crafter's Vault, and the Crafter Vaults you get from random drops when you're just doing it. When you're running around just doing dungeons, these will drop. You open it up, you know, you get some stuff in it, and yeah. But if you do use a key on it, then of course you are going to make sure you get a rare drop from that as well. But you do need to get to Crystal 4 to start crafting these, and there's also some more luck based on all this. You know, it's going to be more costly. But then this unlocks also, like this unlocks for Crystal 2 gear, Crystal 3 gear, Crystal 4 gear in the vault, in the gear crafting right over here. Sorry about the confusion. I'm learning as well as you are, guys. So it will be right down here. You'll have another row and another row and another row. And then when you start crafting Crystal 4 gear, which I don't know what the cost is now, you have a chance of getting Crystal 5 gear. So it's going to be a random drop by crafting. So if this is this costly, I think it's just going to bump it up. I think it was just going to go up, 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 up. So bunch of Crystal 4 gear you have to do, but you can also get Crystal 5 gear the regular way where you do U11 and you go through everything there, and it has a very, like Crystal 4 gear can drop in U11, but it has a low chance. This is going to have a low chance of dropping, so it's just going to drop randomly as well as other gear is, but you can craft it like this. So you can work towards your item, but you can also just get it randomly. And that's sort of the philosophy through what they're doing, is that you can work towards your item, but you can also just, be lucky and have it drop as well. Anyways, that's how it works. You go through the tiers, you go through the tiers on your tree. I hope they change this, and then you basically get random boxes. You open them with a key if you want to. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. Like, there's not really much to it. I know I kind of explained it and made it kind of probably longer than it had it to be, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the different tiers, like what it cost and stuff like that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that as well. And I could have just clicked it and you guys could have seen it, but I kind of just wanted to explain kind of how we went up in tiers and kind of in materials and stuff like that. And there is a little bit of difference from, this mold to this mold as well, right? So we'll see what that is. So again, these are gonna be pretty easy to get because you're not gonna run them. Now that I know, I'm probably gonna make some sort of statement in the beginning, so I actually don't mess anything up. But yeah, so these are just gonna drop randomly from these boxes as well, I think, and we'll see. I'll definitely make a video where it makes a lot more sense, and I'll get you through, guys, all of this, and you can start, of course, blasting away. But that's basically the update. It's just making it more They're introducing Crystal 5, and then they're streamlining gear for newer players through, you know, the whole thing as well. So everything is as it should be. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys are having a blast, and I'll make more videos if it's necessary. Again, check out the description, check out the cards, everything, and sorry for the confusion, but hey, we're all getting smarter. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!